Hey everyone, it's Lindsay from My Crafty Plans. Today I'm going to be planning the week of November 29th to December 5th in my memory planner, which was the week of Hanukkah. Obviously this week happened kind of a while ago, and I have done some future spreads after this at this point, but I just wanted to wait until I had this absolutely gorgeous kit that JK Creates Co. customized for me to make into the Hanukkah kit of my dreams, and I am so excited to use this kit. I am just overjoyed to be planning this week and to be planning with this really, really special kit. And I also do have a discount code for her shop, which is Lindsay15, and you can put my name in the notes to the seller to get my freebie from her shop as well. So that is really exciting. Let me show you the kit. It is called Winter Blues. This is a kit that she offered. It was originally in silver foil, and she did this in gold foil for me and then customized the quote box to say light the menorah. So, so cute. It's got these very New York City vibes. I absolutely love it. This is my first time planning with a kit from her shop, and I'm really excited. I absolutely love the look of the format. It is a 5-page kit, and 4 of the pages are foiled. So you have this functional page with a little bit of deco. This is like your sidebar header type page with the date covers, and then the bottom washi page with a double split foiled bottom washi. So, so cute. I love that bottom washi. And then this is the functional page, which I absolutely love. This page is the unfoiled page, but you do have lots of little thing size stuff, labels, quarter boxes, half boxes, and the square. So a lot of really great different size functional options. Really excited. I love when shops include 1/8 size boxes because I find that really functional. And I do actually have 2 of the winter floral add-on as well so that I can bring some florals into this. So I am going to pull out these pages and jump in. So life-wise, this was the week after Thanksgiving. That is when Hanukkah was this year, which is incredibly, incredibly early. And also it just made for a pretty quiet Hanukkah because we were still like recovering from the very intense Thanksgiving that we had. Our Thanksgiving was so, so fun. The plan with me for that has been up for a while, but it was just like a lot of work and a lot of seeing people and a lot of events and all of that kind of stuff. So I definitely was looking forward to a little bit more of a quiet Hanukkah. I think much to some grandparent chagrin, but it just had to happen. We still saw like everybody that we needed to see and everything, but we just kind of like stretched it out and tried to focus on like smaller events rather than like a big Hanukkah party, which usually my family would more do, but it was just too close to Thanksgiving to do that. But honestly, I actually think it worked better for gift giving this way because I find that when the kids try and open like too many presents at once, it's just like super diminishing returns on appreciation, and it's just like it always turns into like a meltdown disaster because the kids are just like too little to have their attention held for that long and like not appreciative. It works so much better if they only open like one thing at a time, like, or one thing a day. And I honestly like Hanukkah. I love Hanukkah and it's really fun and stuff, but it is so long. 8 days is a really, really long time to give a toddler a present every single day for. And then they like definitely start to get into the gimme, gimme, gimme mindset, which we try and work through and control as much as possible. And after some disasters from last year and years prior, I just said to my parents this year, I was just like, listen, if you all come at once, I'm just keeping the gifts and we'll open them another night. And I was like, I know this sounds mean, but the kids are not opening 20 gifts on one day. That's just not happening. I'm really glad that I did it that way, and I ended up just having everyone, like the gift exchanges with people, all be on different days, and it just worked so much better. So definitely sometimes it pays to be like the meanie, the direct person. I have no problem being the bad guy, especially when it comes to like stuff around kids' behavior. So I think that was very worthwhile doing this year. And actually for Christmas, we tried to ask for, my kids get like Christmas presents too from my husband's family. They don't get like as many Christmas presents because as like, they would otherwise, because obviously my whole family's Jewish and we do the Hanukkah presents. So it does stretch things out a little bit more, especially this year when Hanukkah and Christmas were so far apart. But we also tried to ask for when people asked us like what the kids wanted, we tried to ask for some like larger things that all 3 of the kids could enjoy for years to come, which also like decreased that. I call it like the unwrapping fatigue that tends to happen with little kids. But anyway, we had a really enjoyable time for both Hanukkah and Christmas, and I do think that was part of it. But yeah, anyway, I was also just like not in the mood to be doing big gatherings after how intense Thanksgiving was. And it was just like I'm so glad that we had Thanksgiving, especially because our Christmas ended up being like a lot smaller and just like had a lot of last minute changes and cancellations with everything going on in the world. But so I'm really glad that we got to enjoy like that full Thanksgiving experience. But for this week, when it was Hanukkah, I was definitely not interested in like hosting or attending a very large gathering. So yeah, that is where we were at with that. In terms of the spread, I decided I really wanted to mix things up this week, and I put all of the date covers all the way at the top, and then decided to do the decorative element that I would usually put like above or below the date covers, above the full box. And I just decided to experiment with this and try it out. And I do think it looks really cool, especially on some of the full boxes that have like the dangling snowflakes, because then the decorations kind of dangle into the snowflakes, and I like that. The only thing that I don't like, and you can't super see it on camera, but in person you can definitely see where I whited out the line where the header would go. So I think next time, if I decide to do this again, I would offset the full boxes from where they're usually like quote unquote supposed to be, and have them covering the little dotted line that's in the Caress Press inserts, because then I could cover up the one like below it with just using a box that runs the full width, which is like usually how I handle those. And then I wouldn't have to white out anything. So that is what I would do next time. But I do think it looks really cool. And I got to use the headers at the top. And I was just kind of trying to mimic a look that like still let me bring in a bunch of deco, still have enough space to fit everything that I wanted to fit in the spread, but had more of the aesthetic of when I used to run the washi at the top, which I still do on occasion. But I really like the symmetry of that in the spread, because I just think it looks really nice to have one line running across the top and one line running across the bottom with the bottom washi. So I was just trying to mix things up, and I've been feeling like really creative in my planner bases lately, and just trying new things and having like a lot of fun with foil deco and deco from the kits and all of that stuff, which is a really nice feeling. Anyway, the bottom washi did just like cut out at the end a little bit, but I just used the 2 strips of bottom washi at the kit. I just thought they were both really, really pretty. And then right now what I'm doing is I made myself a sheet of Hanukkah stickers to supplement. I have some Hanukkah stickers also from Scribble Prints Co. that I'll bring in in the week in like the day by day, but I just made a sheet of like little Hanukkah decos. That was it flashing across the screen, and some overlays, and I wasn't sure what I was going to use. I don't make myself stickers very often, especially on clear paper, because I really I have not found a good clear sticker paper that I like, but also like I'm just not a fantastic sticker maker. But I did want to just have some extra Hanukkah stuff to bring in that I could like mix with the snowflake deco, and I wasn't sure if I was going to use the overlays or not, because I actually made this before I had picked out this kit and talked to Jenna from JK Creates Co. about like the customization. So anyway, I didn't end up needing the big overlays, but I loved this one that was like a Jewish star with like all of the swirlies inside of it. And I had actually used some of this clip art, which is all from the Silhouette store, to make Hanukkah decorations for the house as well. And I basically just printed big ones for the house and little ones for the stickers. But so anyway, I split it in half to run on top and the bottom of the full box, and I think this is my favorite sidebar that I've ever done. I just really love the way it looks, like all of the decorative elements, like the mixing of the foil and the stuff from the kit. I just think it turned out really, really pretty, and I'm just like super, super happy with how this sidebar turned out. But yeah, anyway, so I'm just like mixing it in. The only functional thing that I always put in the sidebar is my meal tracker for the week, where I just put all of the things we had for dinner for the week. For some reason, I've been doing it for 3 years. This is not meal planning this week. Like this week already happened, but I do just always track that. And then I did just make a little Happy Hanukkah at the bottom there, using some snowflake stickers, some of the Hanukkah deco that I had made, and then that Happy Hanukkah is actually from the Scribble Prints Co. Hanukkah sampler sheet, which just had like a bunch of words on it that said like light the menorah, Happy Hanukkah, spin the dreidel, a bunch of different stuff. So I used that. Oh, actually, you know what? That one might actually be a holiday script sticker, because I have another one that I'm gonna put in on one of the full boxes that says Happy Hanukkah that looks like it's in the Scribble Prints Go font. I'm not sure. Yeah, I also have like regular holiday stickers, and then I also have Jewish holidays, like specific Jewish holiday stickers from Rose Colored Days, who makes like a specific Jewish holiday sheet. She also makes like a bunch of other specialty holiday sheets that you can check out in her shop. I absolutely love them. They come in the regular size and like the mini size, and I definitely, yeah, it's super for me, and I absolutely love them. So her holiday stickers are my favorite, although I do think that I used different ones this week just because I had those Scribble Prints Co. sheets. Anyway, on Monday, the first thing that I marked was back to school, because I always mark that when like the kids have been out of school for a while, and it's felt especially great to have the house empty this week after like such a busy Thanksgiving weekend. And then I did just do my regular work, and I also took down all of the fall decorations that were in the house. We had left them up, until after Thanksgiving, and I finished like taking all of the stuff down that needed to come down, all of the floral arrangements and that kind of stuff. And then that afternoon I had a big filming section. I'm gonna have a lot of filming stuff this week because I was getting ready to do my big December, which I made it through, where I did a video every other day all month long, which was so much fun, and I'm so glad I did it. But I was trying to pre-film like kind of as much as I could, like in the beginning half of the month and right before the month started, just to have everything ready, because I still got to edit and do all my life stuff and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, and then that night I just watched Succession with my husband, because that is at this time what we did every Monday night. Just like I felt like it's one of those shows where like so much stuff gets written about it online. So basically I would just try and stay off the internet as much as possible on Monday, except for like planner stuff where I'm not going to see it. But just trying not to read, like all of the TV sites that I usually read, or like listen to my podcasts, because they would talk about it and I didn't want to get anything spoiled. So anyway, that's why we also like always watched it on Monday, because it comes out like Sunday night, but it was on too late for us to watch on Sundays, because I don't stay up for anything. You'll see when I do my New Year's spread, I don't stay up for anything. There's like very few things that would keep me up late at night, and like they're like emergencies only. Anyway, on Tuesday I had some playtime with the baby. It was pretty nice outside, so we went for a walk as well. I did my hair this day, and then I got a bunch of stuff ready for December. I'm gonna mark printing inserts. I'm not sure if I was actually like printing them or just putting them together. I have a feeling they were already printed. But I decided for December, I tried to glue bind them in like a coil bound planner for this year now. But I was still like doing my own inserts in December, and I just really don't like the way they lay when you staple them together. And I really just didn't feel like sewing them because it takes forever. So I decided to try and do a glue binding, and I really like that because it does lay nice like the sewing ones, and it takes like 2 seconds like the stapling. However, I did have to like fix it twice throughout the month, so it's not as like sturdy or permanent as either the sewing or the binding. That being said, if I were printing my own inserts again, I think I would still do it again, because it's kind of like the speed versus how it ends up looking is really nice, and just having to retouch it is fine. So I just redid it a couple times throughout the month. Anyway, on Wednesday, I did some more work and some more planner stuff, and then I wrapped up a bunch of Hanukkah presents. We had like some stuff Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday that had like already been wrapped, or that other people had like left with us at Thanksgiving to give to the kids that we gave them. And then on Wednesday I was like reevaluating, like doing a gift count, make sure we had enough for every night, but like not too much stuff, and then also just like wrapping some stuff up. And then on that note, my mom came over on Wednesday and she gave her gifts to the kids on that night, and we made latkes for dinner. We actually had made them the Sunday before this as well, and made another batch on Wednesday, and then we just kind of ate them all week long, and the kids like took them to school like pretty much every day as well. Latkes are amazing and I love them. So yeah, lots of latkes. And then I took a bath that night, and it was just like a nice evening, and that's pretty much it for that. Yeah, I love these, like the wrapping presents stickers from White Deer Stationery. This week I'm just using, in addition to foil icons, just icons from White Deer Stationery. So everything that is not a foiled icon is from there. But I always link everything below. If you ever want to know where a specific sticker is from, definitely just let me know in the comments and I am happy to answer that. Anyway, so I'm just trying to like add in some floral elements to this little yellow thing, this little yellow half scallop. And I tried to like be really mindful with where I was putting the yellow elements of the kit because there were so few of them, because all of the other kits, like there was like everything was blue except for this yellow. So I'm always like really careful with where I put colors, but especially when you have like one color that's very different from the other colors in the kits, I always just try and be mindful as to where I'm placing them to like try and make the spread look balanced. So I hadn't had anything at the bottom on this half of the week since the sidebar, so I was trying to put the last thing to be yellow and then switching back to the top for Thursday. Anyway, that's just my sticker color coding thinking. So on Thursday, I ran a bunch of errands. I went to Target. We decided that we needed like one more toy for the kids. So I got that. And then I also had to pick up the teacher presents because I'm the class mom for one of the kids. And everybody had to like give their teacher gifts on Friday because they decided to like coordinate it this year for the first time so that all the teachers would get their gifts like on the same day. I mean, mostly I just got them like an Amazon gift card. You know, you just like collect money from everyone. But I did just like, I like to give them a little like candy treat too, because I just think that's nice. So there's like a candy store by us that does like these really fun Hanukkah and I mean, it's just a candy store, but they do like a Hanukkah stuff anyways, because it is we live in an area with a lot of Jewish people. So there is a market for that. Anyway, I also did some more house organization stuff on this day. Just like basically when I took the fall deco down, I took it down and then I really organized it in the basement so that like all of the stuff that could be used throughout the year was separate from the like really specifically fall stuff. And I put them in separate bins, and that's what I'm going to do going forward. So we have like the seasonal stuff, but also like the general decor, like party type stuff. And I'm just trying to keep it really organized in the basement. And then we got Korean takeout for dinner on Thursday, as we do many a week, and we watched Wheel of Time. So then on Friday, my husband was off work, and I'm actually not sure what he did this day. I think he got like really super involved in watching the chess championship on Twitch, which is a thing that he watched. And I think he just like watched it like all day. But that may have been a different week than this, because my husband was off like every Friday in December, which was really nice. And we got a lot of stuff done. But he also got like some good kid-free relaxing time, which I think is really, nice too, because like obviously mostly our weekends are just spent with the kids. So it's nice to just get like, I mean, obviously I always really appreciate it. And, I'm with the kids a lot more day to day since he works more full time than I do. But he is like a very involved dad, and I think it's nice for all parents to get some kid-free time as well. Anyway, I did some filming and some office stuff, some office tidying, and just like bunch of planner stuff. And then that night, my dad and his girlfriend came over for dinner because my husband has one grandmother that's Jewish, and she gave us this Zahav feast from Good Belly, which Zahav is a restaurant in Philadelphia that is an Israeli restaurant that's like, it's one of the like nicest, hardest to get reservations in Philadelphia. And it's an amazing, amazing restaurant. But Good Belly, if you don't know, is like you can send people food from a restaurant like anywhere, and it's like packaged, and then there's like instructions on how to reheat it. So we invited my dad and his girlfriend over for that because my mom doesn't eat lamb, and it was a lamb thing. So it was amazing. It was like honestly one of the best things I've ever eaten in my entire life. I've been to the restaurant. I haven't had this specific thing from that restaurant though. It was so good, and it was really easy. Like definitely Good Belly. If you need like a fancy food gift to send to someone, it's a really, really fun gift. Although I think it's pretty pricey. I have not ever sent it to someone, but I was very happy to receive it. And so we just had a really fun time with them and opened gifts from them and just ate this really amazing food, which we ended up eating like throughout the weekend as well because it was so good. And then I just watched TV that night. On Saturday, we played with some of the kids' new Hanukkah stuff, and including like the science experiment kit that they got, which was super fun. Everyone took like a really big nap, and then that night we went over to my husband's grandmother, who is Jewish. The rest of his family is like nothing or Christian, so we were making sure we wanted to see her over Hanukkah, especially since we hadn't seen her over Thanksgiving. But anyway, so we went over to her house. We had pizza. We just hung out with her and saw her, which was really nice, and just played toys and all that kind of stuff. And it was also nice to not have to host something. And then that night we just watched TV after we got home, and we each had a cup of herbal tea, which was fun. On Sunday, we went over to my dad's house and met my brother and his family over there and did like gift exchange with them and just had some lunch, and that was fun as well. And that was Sunday was like the last night of Hanukkah, but we did our gifts during the day for that day. So then it was just like ending, and I felt like really good about how it went this year, especially compared to past years. I feel like this was a winning Hanukkah. So strategy to be reemployed next year. And then I just did more house organization stuff, and my mother-in-law came over with one of the kids' cousins in the afternoon, and they just played and had fun and stayed for dinner. And then we no, I don't know what we did. I took a bath and lit some candles that night. I have been like lighting a candle when I take a bath, which has been really relaxing, and then it's like not so bright in the room, and just doing like a very nice relaxing kind of bath. And I like read in the bath, but sometimes I've just been like soaking and sitting and just being still, which is a nice feeling. I do feel like I'm one of those people, if you can't tell from how fast I talk, that my mind is like always going a mile a minute, but I am trying to schedule more like really like calm, zen, relaxing time where I'm just like not doing anything, and like trying not to think about anything too, which is nice. It's really hard to shut off like that, but it is nice when you can manage to do it even for a very short amount of time. Anyway, I'm just going in with like a last little bits of foil to just make this super, super sparkly. I love how sparkly this spread turns out, but that is pretty much everything for this week and for my Hanukkah. I'm so happy to have this done. I'm actually all done with my 2021 planner now, which feels amazing, but more spreads still coming from it with, how editing and uploading works and all of that stuff. But yeah, stay tuned. Okay, that is everything all finished up. I absolutely love how this looks. So fun and so special for the week of Hanukkah. Let me show you what I have left from the kit here. And don't forget, if you are shopping at her shop, JK Creates Co., you can use my discount code Lindsay15 to save 15%. And you can also put my name in the notes to seller to get my cute, cute freebie. So just a little bit of stuff left. I do have a lot of florals left since she did give me 2 of those. Super, super sweet. But anyway, let me give that one last wiggle for you. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. I'd love it if you'd subscribe, and don't forget to check me out on Instagram at mycraftyplans to keep up with everything going on in my planners. Bye!